So the people that are in prison, okay, I promise you this, you would be so amazed, you'd be shocked. I would say about 35, maybe 40% of prisoners are quite vulnerable. Prisoners can't read or write. A lot of prisoners, some prisoners are there for just a mistake that they've gone out on a Friday night. I had a cellmate, Henry his name was. Now, he was a hard-working, tax-paying, I think he'd done roofs. Yeah, he was a roofer. He went out with his missus. He was in a kebab queue. The geezer's all drunk and that. He said the geezer's about 17, 18 stone. He was a big fella. He's barged past him. Now this guy Henry, if you looked at him, he was like who was that guy who used to do that chocolate bars, the white, remember the Milky Bar kid? He looked like a 22-year-old Milky Bar kid. Like, you know, he was a bit older. Anyway, he had punched a guy who had barged his missus. He hit him once. The geezer dropped, head off a curb, instant. He got 6 years for accidental ending somebody. Never been arrested in his life. Never done anything wrong. A very quiet and humble person. Then you've got people, like I said, people that are not really all there. They're extremely vulnerable. Then you've got people that are there for maybe financial crimes. People that have not paid their taxes, or have, I don't know. Some people are there because they've caught someone in bed with their missus and created a crime of passion. So for you to literally bash prisoners, like, I promise you there are good people in there. I know it sounds crazy, but I've met some really good, kind people that have got good hearts, and I've met them in jail. Me, myself, I'd stayed out of prison since 2008. It was the last time I was in prison. And then I went back to jail again in 2016. I'm not somebody that was always in and out, in and out. I think I went to jail about 4 or 5 times. I've done like 3 sentences. And the last one was enough for me to say that's enough. But I just wanted you guys to be aware that not all prisoners are how you think. I promise you that. Some of them are very much quite the opposite. Okay, I made a video about British prisoners being released, and being released with tents if they had nowhere to go, then if they had no homes. And had a comment where a person was saying, it's bad enough we have to pay taxpayers' money for prisoners as it is. But I just want to give you guys a heads up, and for people that have never been to prison, I just want you to be aware of what kind of people that are actually in prison. Because not all of, there's very many different levels. For instance, you may have somebody that's in there for M's, somebody. But then anybody who has them kind of offences, the wrong ones we call them, they get put on a totally different wing. They're nowhere near us. They're segregated. They're in with the grasses and the wrong ones. Now, shout out to Young Thug, Snitch. Now, they really, really are. Oh, so you get your savages